There comes a moment in every person's life when pain, confusion, or emptiness can no longer be ignored. It shows up as restless nights, anxiety that lingers without reason, or even physical symptoms that medicine alone can't fully explain. This is the cry of your soul. Your inner being is asking you to pause, to look deeper, to recognize that healing is not just about the body, and not only about the mind. True healing requires touching the dimension of the spirit, because only there do we find the source of lasting transformation. The modern world teaches us to divide everything, body in one place, emotions in another, mind in another. But in reality, you are one. When your mind is troubled, your emotions suffer. When your emotions are blocked, your body becomes ill. And when your spirit is disconnected, life loses meaning. Healing begins when we restore this unity, and spirituality is the bridge that reconnects all aspects of who you are. Think about the moments when you feel truly at peace. They usually don't come from external achievements, but from a state of presence, of surrender, of connection with something greater than yourself. This connection generates harmony within, and that harmony is the medicine that heals wounds you didn't even know you carried. The mind, for example, is a wonderful tool, but it becomes a tyrant when left unchecked. Constant thoughts of fear, comparison, and self-criticism poison your inner world. Spirituality teaches you to observe these thoughts without becoming their prisoner. Through meditation, prayer, or even simple conscious breathing, you begin to notice that behind all mental noise there is silence, and in that silence is freedom. Emotions, too, are teachers. Anger reveals where boundaries have been crossed. Sadness shows where love once lived. Fear points to areas that still need faith. But instead of listening, many repress emotions or let them explode destructively. The spiritual path invites you to feel them fully, without resistance, and then release them. To cry when the soul asks, to forgive when the heart hardens, to celebrate when joy arrives. Emotions don't need to dominate you, they need to flow through you. And then there is the body, this temple of flesh that carries your soul through the earth. How often do we ignore its signals? The headache that asks for rest, the back pain that reveals the weight of unspoken burdens, the shallow breath that reflects suppressed anxiety. Spirituality transforms the way you relate to your body. It's no longer just a machine to be used, but a sacred vessel to be honored. Eating becomes an act of gratitude, movement becomes prayer, rest becomes communion. But the greatest secret of spiritual healing is this: the more you align with your inner truth, the more your external life changes. The toxic relationships start to fade. The destructive habits lose strength. The heavy atmosphere in your home or work begins to lighten, because when you change inside, the outside has no choice but to respond. The transformation of the mind brings clarity. The healing of emotions brings balance. The care of the body brings vitality, and the awakening of the spirit brings purpose. Put these four together and you will discover a life that is not only healthier, but truly meaningful. Healing does not mean you will never face difficulties again. It means you will be rooted in a strength that no storm can take away. It means carrying peace in your chest even in the middle of chaos. It means being able to transform pain into wisdom and wounds into doors of compassion. The power of spirituality is not reserved for saints or monks. It is available to anyone who is willing to look inward. You don't need perfect rituals or to follow someone else's path exactly. You need sincerity, a sincere heart that says, I want to live in truth. I want to live in love. I want to live in connection. So start today. Pause for a few minutes in silence. Place your hand on your heart and breathe deeply. Ask your soul what it needs. Listen, trust the whisper. Healing doesn't come all at once, but each small step returns you to yourself. And in returning to yourself, you find God, the source, the infinite consciousness that has always been guiding you. This is the transformation you have been waiting for. Not a miracle that comes from outside, but the awakening of the miracle that has always lived within you. Cure your mind, cure your emotions, cure your body, and discover the power of spirituality to transform not only your life, but the life of everyone around you. Motivation. You need where your awareness expands and your soul finds direction.